Hello students, hope you all are fine. This is our 7th video of class 12th macroeconomics. Before this video, we have discussed about domestic territory, normal resident and factor income, transfer income. This is the second part of our third chapter, that is national income and related aggregates. Today we are taking again our topic factor income and transfer income. In earlier video we have discussed any income which we receive from rendering our factor services known as factor income, and any income which we are receiving without any productive service. So this is our transfer income. Examples we have discussed like rent, wages, interest and profit known as factor income, and we are taking this factor income in the calculation of national income, and we are not taking transfer income in the calculation of national income, like old age pension, scholarship, unemployment allowance, pocket money, etc. This we are getting without any rendering productive service. So this is our transfer income. Now we are taking the quick view of that difference. If we are talking about the meaning of factor income, it refers to income received by factors of production. Any income which is received by factor of production like land, labor, capital and revenue for rendering factor services in the production process. Now transfer income, it refers to income received. We are receiving income without rendering, without giving any productive service in return. Now this factor income included in both national income and domestic income, and this transfer income neither included in national income nor in domestic income. If we are talking about the concept, this factor income is an earning concept and this is a receipt concept. We are not earning anything in transfer, we are just getting. Now moving further, factor income, it is received by factors of production like land get rent, labor get wages, capital get interest, enterprise get profit. Transfer income, it is generally received by household and government, like if we are talking about tax received by government from household. So this is transfer income for the government, because government is getting without rendering any service, like subsidy given by government to household. This is the factor payment given by the government to household. Now examples: rent, wage, interest, profit, scholarship, old age pension, unemployment allowance, etc. These are the example of transfer income. This concept, factor income, transfer income, it is very important for exam point of view. Hope you all understood. Now moving further, here we are having some questions. With the help of these questions we can easily understood about the normal resident. Previously we have discussed that topic, who is normal resident of India. Now first, foreigner, outsider working in Indian embassy. They are working in Indian embassy and that embassy is in Taiwan. So here that foreigner is not normally residing in India. They are not residing in India. They are residing in Taiwan because the embassy is in Taiwan. Secondly, his center of interest does not lie in India. So we are considering this foreigner working in Indian embassy in Taiwan not a normal resident, because they are not residing in India and their economic interests is also not lie in India. So we are not considering the foreigner working in India is a normal resident. Now moving further, Indian working, our Indians working in Asian Development Bank in Philippines. So they are working in bank. So we are considering as normal resident because his center of interest lies in India. They are working there. They are Indians, and their center of interest lie in India. They are residing there, but interest lie here. Indian student in USA living for 5 years, we are considering the normal resident of India. Why we are considering normal resident? We all know that students we are considering as a normal resident because they are belong to where they born. Here center of they are they are studying there, but their interest lie in India. Students studying abroad, no matter for how long, they are treated as normal resident they belong to. I hope you understood. Now moving further, concept of national income. Before coming to this national concept, first of all, we should know what is domestic territory, what is normal resident, what is factor income, what is transfer income. Then only we can easily understood about the concept of national income. National income is the sum total of factor income. And what is factor income? The income which we earned by rendering our productive service. So here national income is the sum total of factor income which we have earned by normal resident of a country. Only normal resident. We are not taking non-normal resident, we are non-resident. Any income which is earned by normal resident, that is our national income during the period of an accounting year. Okay, here this national income include number one factor income. Factor income means वो income जो हम अपनी मेहनत से कमा रहे, any income which we have earned by rendering some productive service. Secondly, this national income is earned, or that income include only the income of normal resident of a country. So if we are saying what is national income, so national income is the sum total of factor income earned by normal resident. Two things are important here: factor income earned by normal resident. Income should be factor income. We are taking factor income, and that income is earned by normal resident, that is national income. So two things are important: factor income, second normal resident. So that is national income. Now moving further, domestic and national concept of income. Like we have discussed national concept, national income. So both are different. If we are talking about domestic income, national income, so one thing is similar: domestic income and national income is the sum total of factor income, the income which we have earned by rendering some service. And factor income means COE, compensation of employees, rent, interest, profit. So domestic income and national income is the sum total of factor income. But if we are talking about the domestic income, so this is generated within the domestic territory. No matter who generates, normal resident or non-resident. But in national income, we are taking the income earned by normal resident of a country, no matter where it is generated, within the domestic territory or outside. In domestic territory, we are saying sum total of factor income generated within the domestic territory, no matter who is generating, but it should be generated within our territory. And if we are saying national income, it should be earned by normal resident only, no matter where it is generated. In domestic, we are saying it should be generated within our territory, no matter who is generating. But in national income, we are saying it should be generated by normal resident, no matter who is generating. So this is the important. So look here, definition I have written. Domestic income is the sum total of factor income generated within the domestic territory of a country, no matter who generate, normal or non-resident. National income is the sum total of factor income earned by normal resident of a country, no matter where it is generated, within the domestic territory or outside. So this is all about national income and domestic income. Rest we will take in another video, next video. Thank you. Hope you understood.